is April 10th, 2025. We're at 140 Metro Park on top of the building doing a digital analysis video of the roof to point out the concerns and sort of current condition of this roof that I would like to share with whoever it may concern. So we're going to start by addressing the two active leaks in the building, okay? This one over here is leaking. This one over here is showing leaking signs, just based off of the location of the leak inside the building relative to where we are on the roof, okay? So what you're gonna notice is this is going to be a common theme throughout the whole roof. However, I do want to note that I've pinpointed where the active leaks are if that's what we want to address only. So what we have is these seams, all these patches, seams, overlap sections, these are all starting to unadhere from the roof, okay? So now what we have here are sections like this. This is a massive opening where water is going to infiltrate, and now it's gonna dam because not all of it has become loose, okay? And then remember, there's seams here. So if water gets in here, it's going to get inside the building, okay? So there's a really bad spot around this unit here. We've got a leak inside, okay? They also tried to, at one point, come up on this roof and seal some of these issues where the seams are coming loose. Whatever, this is like a polyurethane product. This is by no means what you should be using on an EPDM roof to repair it, under no circumstances, really. So that's unit 1, okay? Let's jump over to unit 2. And again, like I could go around the whole roof. So the second one over here is the first one you showed me, close to the back entrance of the building. And here we are, okay? We've got multiple areas where we have the seams lifting up. This one here is the worst, so this is what I'll show you because this could be a 20-minute long video. So you can see this is just completely lifted up. You can see all the dirt here, evident that water is traveling, ponding, sitting here, and it's getting under here. You've got a ton of seams. It's gonna leak inside the building, okay? So as I mentioned before, this has clearly been an issue that the previous owner knew about. Somebody tried to do some repairs, but now you've got these big openings forming that are going to inevitably get worse and worse. So what we have also is all of the lap sealant that was used on the seams is cracking. So even these little cracks are allowing water to get underneath your membrane, okay? And then it's just a matter of time before it will soak through the insulation, and then you're gonna see it on the actual ceiling tiles. So we can do one of two things. We can just address the active leaks. So what I would propose to do is use a liquid silicone roofing product, and what I would want to do is just coat these entire units all the way up to the counter flashing, down out onto the roof deck, over all of these vulnerable areas. And we would just do that all around the unit, create one solid membrane that is able to withstand ponding water. And I'll do that the same on this one. Option 2, well, this is going to go into my next point. So I could go around this whole building, like I said, and even on the units and areas of the roof where we don't see water coming inside the building yet, like on the actual ceiling tile, there's still leak points. I mean, here's a really bad one here on this unit, okay? There's actually multiple pretty severe ones here. Let's go over to this unit here. And again, same situation. We've got a really bad corner here. Another one here. I mean, I could stick like 4 fingers or 3 fingers in this gap. Okay? So you get the point. I could go around, I could show you this stuff all day on this roof. So it's only a matter of time before you're going to start seeing these leaks pop up in other spots of the building if we were to only address those 2 areas. So based off of your priorities and how far you want to go with this, what I would do, and I would propose really 3 options. 1, we take care of the 2 immediate sections. Option 2, we coat all of the units on the building in different pipes and penetration points, really just the vulnerable areas of the roof that inevitably are going to be the first spots to show serious water leakage inside your building. And then quite honestly, what I would recommend, if it's going to account inside the budget, like this is going to have to get done inevitably, but we need to replace the roof. It's at the stage where I showed you there's multiple areas where this is just going to progressively get worse, and like I can even show you on this parapet wall, there's tons of areas that are the same situation where we have the actual membrane coming up, allowing water to get in, right? So this is just, I mean, and there's probably countless of spots that are underneath this ballasted roof that I haven't accounted for today. And you know, it's just a matter of time before it's all going to sort of collect over itself, right? So the last thing I want to point out with this roof and why we need to actually get a replacement done at some point, we're starting to get to the stage where you've got these air pockets forming underneath the roof. So what happens is over time, it becomes, it basically starts to unadhere from the actual insulation board that's underneath this. So you can see here how it's really tight against the roof. But if you come over here, you've got these big pockets of air, okay, where it's starting to sort of unadhere from the transition. So now when you have these big pockets where there's a big space between the roofing and the insulation, this is an area for condensation to form. So it doesn't even matter how good of a job I do on all these repairs. If condensation is forming between the roof and then over time soaking through the insulation, it doesn't matter what you do. You're gonna get water leaking inside the building. I mean, this is a recipe for condensation. You got a unit here, an HVAC unit, and then you mix that with cold temperatures outside. That's going to cause condensation. And it's starting to happen along the entire parapet wall too. Like you can see here, it's getting loose, right? There's some spots that have held up pretty well. Like this isn't as bad here. It's a little air space, but some of them are, I mean, just completely compromised. So what we want to do regardless is get you taken care of here. We'll put together these game plans, and ultimately you will seriously need to consider just taking this roof off and starting fresh so that you don't have a massive headache forming on top of the building.